Thank you. Alright, let's get this started now. With Angels with Scaly Wings. We had left off after having done the Chapter 1 investigation. I will be doing the true end, that is not yet. We still need to get the good endings for literally everyone except for Remy. Right now we are focusing on Bryce, that was the request from last week. So we'll be doing Bryce for now, and then depending on how quickly we get this done, and the other preceding weeks, we'll be focusing on Lorem, Anna, and Adine. So, we've finished the Chapter 1 investigations up to that, and now we're going to meet with Bryce, and then we're going to meet with Anna. I would otherwise have given a choice here, except that, well, everyone wanted to go with Bryce, and Anna is going to be part of the trigger, which, although we have got the trigger down here, I'll just be doing it on screen for the purposes of showing how to do it. So, meeting with Bryce, Chapter 1. Once again, I found myself within the police department, which seemed oddly quiet for this time of day. It didn't take me long to spot Bryce in his office. Hey, Cabbage, what's up? Nothing much, but you told me to contact you if I could remember anything that might help with the investigation. That's right. What do you have for me? I'm not sure if it's worth mentioning, but I have known Reza for a couple of years, so I know some things about his personality. I see. Well, that's actually more helpful than you might think. Mannerisms, habits, all kinds of things, so it would be useful to add to his profile to get a better idea of him. You know, I'm just about done here for the day, but if you want to discuss it over a beer or something, I'd be more than happy. Alright, let's go. And actually, question, do you guys want to try and impress him yourself, or do you want me to just try and auto-impress him? Okay, Raven says that he doesn't usually drink though, that's fair. I don't drink myself. Alright, so, a lot of people don't usually drink, alright. Okay, where's my phone again? I imagine Doppel is watching, but at work, so I'll just be pulling up my dice app. I imagine Doppel would also be saying that he doesn't usually drink, and again, neither do I. Okay, so my dice, and I do have a dice app right here on my phone. My dice, right now, say that we don't usually drink. That's fine, you don't have to. Or maybe we'll find something you like. Sounds fair. We're not gonna press him because, well, we have to go. Alright, let's go. Here we are. So it turns out we've seen this before. Yes, we want to see it. Not too shabby, I have to admit. And just in time for happy hour. Do you come here often? Sometimes. Hey you two, what can I bring you? Just the usual. One generic beer for the chief of police, sure thing. How about you, Cabbage? Alright, us two. Nothing yet, I'll have something later. How do you know my name? I don't think any of these will auto-fail, will it? Okay, Raven wants to ask how do you know my name? That's very fair, since we have not seen him before in this run. Hi, Doppel. Okay. I don't know if Gabriel Lanes, is still here or not, but my dice are saying... Okay, so they say to go with, Gabriel, sorry. Noted, I'll be right back. It wasn't long before the waiter returned with a drinking bowl as wide as it was tall, filled to the brim with a foam-topped dark amber liquid. Carefully, he set it down in front of Bryce, who didn't hesitate to take a big gulp. He brought one for me as well, provided in a glass that seemed more appropriate for my kind. There you go. Just call me if you need anything. Of course. So, what is it you wanted to tell me about Reza? There are a few things. I mean, they're probably not much, but anything might help, right? That's right. Anything unusual about him, anything that defines his character or stands out about him could help us. How about you tell me what you know about him? Well, the earliest memory I have of him was when we both went to the same school. We only shared a few classes, though, and a couple of friends. Overall, I'd say he was an above average student. We didn't talk very much, but he always was very outspoken and never failed to make his opinion known. He was the kind of person I'd fully expect to become a politician one day, or at least an activist of some sort. That's the impression I got from him. He spoke a lot, but you could also expect him to act on his word. Of course, his nature caused him to clash with others, sometimes including the school staff, though his genuine enthusiasm also garnered praise from them. He was quite a character. After we all graduated, I didn't hear anything about him for a long time. Only some years later, after we found the portal, was I surprised to find out that he was the human who was sent to your world. He had volunteered. Yeah, he really does speak a lot? Are you talking about me or Bryce? Massively delayed. Let me check my stream settings. I have YouTube on ultra low latency. And for some reason, YouTube Studios is saying that I'm about 39 minutes into an hour 30 stream. I don't know why. I don't have any I don't believe I have any stream delay on my end. Like 5 seconds or so. About Reza, okay. Excuse me. After we all graduated, I didn't hear anything for a long time. Who had volunteered. It wasn't until I was already here, that I actually met him again. However brief our interactions were, but then I already told you everything about what happened prior to the eventful scuffle with Maverick. There's only one thing that stands out to me about those events in the restaurant. When he told me about the letter, he mentioned I would know how to read its secret message. I know he values the use of his own intellect, but when I received the letter later, he apparently fully expected me to remember a random chemistry class we had together years ago in order to see the message. I see. So you did not arrange this beforehand? Not at all. I had no idea. That is quite peculiar. I still wonder what he would have told me if Maverick hadn't interfered when we met at the portal. We do as well, and you can believe that. How was Maverick even allowed to intercept this letter and read it? He could have easily done so since he was in charge of Reza and everything, but he totally shouldn't have. I mean, we wouldn't do anything of the sort with you. Everything he has done in regards to Reza has been a poor show of character. I suppose so. In any case, thanks for telling me this. You never know when this kind of information could be useful. No problem. Just when I thought an awkward silence might set in, Bryce spotted the waiter and didn't hesitate to speak up. Hey waiter, bring me another. I hadn't noticed, but while I was talking, Bryce had been busy sipping on his drink. The empty bowl before him was proof of his proficiency, while I had barely touched my own drink. Here you go. Bryce was just about to start on his second when he suddenly spoke up. I understand, Doppel. I know that even on my own notebook, which I'm using here to monitor the chat, that tends to get behind about an extra 10 seconds from the actual time. Apparently, what is it? My game on my one monitor here, OBS on my other monitor over on the right side, over there, is real time on the moment, and then it's streaming to YouTube, and then my notebook down here is 5 seconds behind that, and that's not actually behind any. And it usually gets an extra 10 seconds lag because it buffers and stuff. And I believe that's a byproduct of both my internet speed cap and the ultra low latency that I have it set at. So it doesn't have a lot of time to really render for other videos. Right, let's see. Alright, excuse me about that. Oh, I just realized. I also have this set to Space Engineer still. This is Angels with Scaly Wings from 2017, I believe it was. Right, Brace was about to start on his second when he suddenly spoke up. You know what? Why don't we have ourselves a drinking contest? I'm gonna say I'm in. We're just simply not gonna say to leave, but I guess I could leave it up to the chat. If you want me to try and auto-impress him, this is my personal guess here. Otherwise, 1 or 2. I would, but we don't think we can beat him. Because, I mean, we're a scrawny little tiny human, and he's a big earth dragon. Do it? Okay. So that's, I'm gonna say that's straight for I'm in, and possibly for the auto-impress, if I can take that as that. How about Raven? And Doppel, I don't expect you to answer as you said you were at work, but if you wanna make a comment, then sure. Okay. Alright, I think at least Raven wants to try and do this on his own. So, I'm in. Sorry, Raven, the dice said that we're in. That's what I like to hear. Considering they don't even have cars, at least I won't have to worry about drinking and driving. Heh, that's good. The rules are simple. We both get around, then we wait a few moments until the next one, so the effects can kick in. Whoever gives up first loses. Alright, that sounds easy enough. Shall we burn some brain cells? Or, that's your mistake, I never give up. Okay. Okay, Raven wants to burn some brain cells. Okay, everyone wants to burn some brain cells. Extra fuel for the alcohol. May whoever burns more wins. Okay, wow. This is a true game of kings, I'm telling you. Not one I'd want to play. Alright, let's do this. He made a show of looking me in the eyes while he lowered his muzzle into the bowl. Before he started guzzling his drink noisily, it was gone in seconds. Certainly, this was going to be tough. My confidence faltered, but there was no turning back now. How did I think I could win a drinking contest against a frickin' dragon? Nevertheless, I grasped the drink, putting on the best show I could while I tried to recreate Bryce's feat. After the first sip, however, I realized that it was very different from any other beer I had tried before. Yet I persevered through the intense taste until the glass was empty. I probably wasn't as impressive as Bryce had been just moments earlier, but I couldn't afford to show any weakness. My plan was cut short, though, as I set down the glass and an unusually strong aftertaste hit me, causing me to make a face. How'd you like it? Ugh, this is some really strong stuff. I told ya. You better know beforehand how much you can take, or it'll hit you harder later on. Wanna give up already? Heck no. I'm guessing that's what everybody's gonna hit is heck no there. I guess we could say shut up, but I know that if we say give up, we're just gonna get on his bad side right away. Alright, Raven wants to go with 1. Okay, also wanna go with 1. Alright, so, heck no. As you wish. Just that Brace picture there. As you wish. So, when's the next round starting? Soon enough. Do you feel it? Do you feel the buzz kicking in already? Don't lie to me. I can see it in your face. Unless that's blushing I see and not the alcohol. Alright, so we're gonna say that's not a blush. Are we already buzzed? Or I'm not buzzed. Okay, Raven wants to say that alright, it's a buzz. Gabriel says it's not a buzz. Okay. I wonder if that means that we have a difference of alcoholic tolerances in the chat. Alright, so my dice say it's a buzz. That's what I thought. Oh, he doesn't quite look impressed. Anyways, how do you like it here so far? I mean, compared to wherever it is that you came from. So we're having a drinking contest with a dragon. How could we not love this? That's alright. Certainly a nice change from what we're used to. And I don't know, I don't think we can say that we'd rather be home, because he's already not looking too happy. I feel like that I might be redoing this one. Reloading and redoing this real quick. Okay, why do I not have timestamps here? Okay, so you both want, you love this? I agree. Well, kind of agree. I'm not one for alcohol. We'll see how much you like it when I've drunk you under the table. Later, bring us another. We do have at least a save back over on chapter 1, just picking up with Bryce. So I can go back to that, not a problem. Coming up. Here you go, having ourselves a little contest, are we? You know how it goes. That I do. Be careful, Cabbage. He's a pro. Did I hear something about a contest? Maybe. Up to your old shenanigans, I see. Now, don't spoil the fun. I don't go around telling people what you're up to, either. Point taken. Enjoy! Of course, he wouldn't have challenged me if he wasn't confident he could win. Guess I'll just have to try my best. I went first last time, so it's your turn now. As I put the glass to my lips and started swallowing the dark amber liquid, I was struck by how much more difficult this round was compared to the first. One thing that always puzzled me about the seasoned drinkers was the sheer amount of liquid they could ingest without issue. Keeping it down, however, was a much different question. But this contest wasn't about keeping it down. There. Your turn. Did I see you struggling there for a second? Well, let's see how you do. Or is that our tactic? To make him think we're struggling so he'll let his guard down. And we may want to not say that we've underestimated this. Okay, Raven wants to say, let's see how you do. Okay. Let's see how you do. I've had much more than this before. As for my turn, let me demonstrate. Once again, he consumed his drink, though his swigs were noticeably slower than before. His resolve was also fading, though not as fast as mine had. As he clearly held the advantage, was there any way I could still turn this around? There. Now, let me ask you a question. I knew you wanted to tell me all this stuff about Reza, but was that the only reason you wanted to meet with me? I'm pretty sure we don't want to hit "it was" if we want to impress Bryce. But it doesn't hurt to have friends in high places, or maybe having a little fun doesn't hurt, right? Gabriel wants to say that having a little fun doesn't hurt. Fair enough. Okay, so, friends in high places for Raven. And did I say it doesn't hurt to have friends in high places? I see. Oh, he doesn't quite look that happy now, does he? Later! Next round! Coming! There you go. Thanks! How are you holding up? Just fine, thanks for asking. If you say so, good luck. Was it your turn, or was it mine? It's yours. Alright. By now it was obvious that Bryce was faltering, though he was still faring much better than I was. He even had to take a break in the middle of his beer, unable to down it in one go. Now, it's yours. He was a lot heavier than me, and even though his bowl held far more liquid than my glasses, how did I think I'd stand a chance against him? When I picked up my glass, I didn't even have feeling in my fingers anymore. I had to pause a few times, but in the end I made it, though I wasn't sure how much more I could take. So, what do we do now? Late for you two. Throw up so I win? You never said that was a rule. You wish? Or might as well do that now. I feel like that at this point neither one is really going to particularly tick him off. But I know that basically every choice does have a value to it. Raven wants to throw up now, okay. How about Gabriel? I feel like that Gabriel. I feel like he would want to say, "You wish?" Maybe you never said that was a rule. How'd I do, Gabriel? Okay, so you both want to throw up. Alright. Just don't. Okay, I've never heard that one before. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead. Alright, so let's ask him a question. Why are you so brown? Why are you so attractive? Or not? That feels like a game instance where you say, we can talk to this guy. What do you want to know? Nothing. Bye. Okay, so Raven wants to ask why he's attractive. Okay, and why is he brown? The dice say, why is he brown? Damn it, you just don't ask someone why they're brown. Don't you have, like, different colored people where you come from? Or do they all look like you? You seriously look like a chocolate cream cake. Delicious chocolate cream cake. Can I taste you? Wow, I've never actually asked that. Waiter, next round. There you are. Clearly, the dragon looked at me, seemingly unable to focus. I could see he was hitting his limit, but so was I. Maybe if I just held out a little longer. Whose turn is it even? I believe it's ours, but I'll leave it up to the chat. What do you want to say? Don't even know anymore? Ours? Think it's his? I believe Raven... Okay, so you're both saying that we don't even know anymore? Fair enough. I'm positive it's yours. Very well. At this point, I had difficulties picking up my glass. I was about to give up, when I was sure that if I held on to just one more round, it'd be over. I could still win this. I had to wait a few more moments, after each sip, in order to continue, but I did not give up until eventually the glass was empty. Alright, so your move, Chief. Suck on this, you scaly bastard, or say nothing. Alright, so Raven wants to say your move, Chief, versus say nothing. Ooh, did I say to say nothing? For the first time I could see something in his eyes, other than his always present confidence. Was it disbelief or insecurity? I guess my feet caught him off guard, as he seemed genuinely impressed. If nothing else, this showed me that even his own conviction was cracking now. I could totally win this. You're cute. I like you. I really do. But I sure as heck am not going to let you win. He was struggling. It became more and more obvious as he tried to swallow the liquid in his bowl, bit by bit. He stopped at one point, panting heavily. I considered taking a cheap shot at him, but as he had refrained from doing so during my turn, I wasn't going to start now. There. I was getting tired. I could hear Bryce's voice, but I couldn't make out the individual words anymore. I decided to rest my eyes for it just for a little bit. Thud. Hey, are you okay? You fell down and you look kinda messed up. Are you fine? Okay, we're not gonna mess him up. We are absolutely not gonna pick that. If you think I'm giving up, you're mistaken. So 1 or 3? You know, that's a good question. I I feel like that we've won before. I kind of remember maybe doing that, but I have not had experience actually winning as such. I think our passing out actually was the mission failed. Yeah, exactly, as Doppel said, mission failed. So, you wanted 3 if you think I'm giving up, and Raven wants 1. Doppel is already forfeiting. That's interesting if we can tie. I am so curious, I'm going to Google this real quick while, Scaly Wings, Bryce. Alright, so, I don't see anything here exactly about tying. I know there is a way to tie Anna in her game when we do the childish trivia game. But here it just says that it just tells me the best option. Uh, Alright, so I was just looking at something real quick. So, the dice, Gabriel wanted, if you think I'm giving up, and Raven wanted, yeah, and the dice agree with Gabriel. I can see that. Ready for another round, or do you give up? Bring it on? Okay, so this might be where Gabriel was talking about. You never say anything? I know when I've had. So we just said, bring it on! I've had enough. You know, I am curious. I'll actually just make a quick save here. Because I'm curious about bring it on. Can we actually win this? I'll hit 3 since Raven answered that. Actually, no, once you're laying on the ground, you... Okay, so he kind of forces us to stop. Alright, so Raven wanted to say that I know when I've had enough, and it's now. Well done, kiddo. Didn't think you had it in you. You know, it was fun watching you and all, but you've both had enough for the evening. I think you better leave now. After you come out from under the table, that is. Alright, I'll be going then. Wait a minute. What is it? Maybe you should go with him, just to make sure he get... I do remember... I do remember Bryce actually passing out and that we revived him with slapping him, putting pepper in his nose or something like that. Yeah, Maybe there was a way to win this and we didn't. Maybe you should go with him just to make sure he gets home safely or doesn't do anything stupid, you know? It's kind of an unspoken rule here that whoever is his drinking buddy does so. When I looked over to him, I discovered that Bryce had passed out from okay. For the moment, this could prove difficult. Alright, so fine if I have to or leave. I don't think we want to leave. I feel like that if we want to impress Bryce... Okay, so Gabriel says fine. Not the best variety of options here, because I feel like the first option here is fine, and if I have to is if I have to. So they're both in the same context, just different words. So you both want to say fine. Alright. Thank you. Come on, let's get you home. He's still unconscious. You want to dump water on his face, slap him, or put pepper on his nose? At this point, I personally like both slap him and put pepper on his nose choices. Yeah, it really does feel like that all three talking with Zhang there are just mean, rude. I think that would be the most strict choice, I suppose, because they're all in the same context. Just that the first two are at least staying here to help him out, at least. But that'll be in, I think, the entire game. That is the one choice that I would otherwise have a problem with, if in that ways. So Raven wanted to slap him. Okay, I can go back a moment if Gabriel chimes in. That slap. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! What? Is that you, Cabbage? Stop it! I'm awake. Oh, okay. Gabriel wants 3. Let me just confirm. Oops. Confirm real quick with my dice. Okay, the dice still want to agree with Raven. Stop it! I'm awake already! Sorry. Where am I? Still in the bar. Come on, let's get you home, you big wuss. I'm not really familiar with the text there. I awoke, looking at an unfamiliar ceiling for a moment. I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. As I got up and looked around, I realized that I had apparently slept on the floor. Where am I? This isn't my apartment. Guess I must have passed out after I got Bryce home. Hey, Bryce. Alright, so we can tell him he's salivating. Tell him to wake up, fatty. Or good morning, sunshine. I'm unsure if the text from earlier means that we have something less than impressed. I think I always had impressed here, but I'm unsure. First of all, we call him brown and then fat. So rude. Alright, so tell him he's salivating and good morning sunshine, and the dice say that he's salivating. Okay. The dragon moved and let out a groan before he opened his eyes. Just as you do. Occasionally, I bet. Dang, my head. Why are you even here? I guess I must have passed out after I escorted you home. Oh right, after our little game. Do you remember who won? I don't even know, but you stood your ground, and I respect that. You didn't do anything funny while I was out, did you? The dragon rose from the couch with a nice morning stretch, rubbing his eyes, then held his head high as he let out a grunt and a big yawn. That whole contest was stupid. Well, it was your idea. At least I knew when to stop. I think we might have actually angered him. At least it's not like you were egging me on the whole time. Wait, actually, that is exactly what happened. No, you're right. This is a bad idea all around. That's easy to say after the fact. Yeah, and I clearly held you against your will and made you drink too, right? You may as well have. You know, as an ambassador, I can't really say no to a social meeting with the chief of police. So, when it's not my fault, it's your job's fault. That's just brilliant. It's everyone's fault but your own. Well done, Cabbage. You know what? Maybe you should be leaving about now. Yeah, I guess I should. Okay, so we got him angry. Let's see. Yeah, we got him angry. Okay, let's go back to chapter 1. I'm just gonna auto this. Do you want me to impress him, or do you want me to just do this to a good stat? Yeah, we need more than a bad end. In a way, I'm glad that I did have the bad there, because I've never actually seen that before. Alright, so I'm gonna zip right through this one now. Impress? Alright. Let's put on skip mode. Just one, I'll take all three. No, don't skip. Me too. I'm in. Let's burn some brain cells. Heck no. I'm gonna say it's not a blush. I'll confirm later. I'm sure it isn't. Oh, so we haven't actually seen this one yet. I'm sure it isn't. Anyways, how do you like yours so far? I'm having a drinking contest. How could I not love this? It's my tactic to make you false sense of security. Fun. You wish. Are you attractive? It's mine. Your move, Chief. This isn't over. Bring it on. Actually, let me just go back there. I'm curious about the bring it on. Actually, you know, once your line's around, you better stop. Does that mean I win? I didn't say that. You know, it was fun watching you and all, but you've both had enough for the evening. I think you better leave now, after you've come up from under the table, that is. Okay. Fine. Put some pepper on his nose. Actually, let me just go back to that other one. Alright, so put some pepper on his nose. Right. It'll be like smelling salt. Huh. That was actually salt, not the pepper. Let's try this again. What? Is that you, Cabbage? Where am I? And what did you do to my nose? Did you shove something up there while I was out or something? We're still in the bar and I just put some pepper there to wake you up. That's the best you could come up with? I'm drunk, what do you expect? Oh, shut up. Alright, so that might not have been the best option, apparently. Might be the slapping. Let's get you home. And I'm gonna say good morning, sunshine. The dragon moved and let out a groan before he opened his eyes. Dang, my head, why are you even here? I guess I must have passed out after I escorted you home. Let me confirm that. First date, which one does he like more? Put pepper on his nose, apparently, according to the wiki. And then, good morning, sunshine. Alright, so just going back on the first date here, just one, I'll take three, me too, I'm in. Let's burn some brain cells. Heck no, I'm not Buzz. Okay, so we missed one for the best impressed. Having a drinking contest, that's my tactic. Maybe having a little fun. You wish. I might have missed two, I don't remember that choice. Are you attractive? Mine. Your move, chief. If you think I'm giving up, you're mistaken. This isn't over. Bring it on. Fine. Put some pepper on his nose, and good morning sunshine. So I missed one, maybe two. Alright, so I guess I must have passed out after I escorted you home. Alright, after our little game. And I'm going to post in chat here a link to what I was just looking at to confirm. This will absolutely contain spoilers, so just if you want to avoid spoilers, don't click on it. Wincing at all the choices. I'm drunk, Bryce. Same with you, so what? Wincing at all the choices. In a way, there are no wrong choices because you will learn from your mistakes. If you want to impress him, or just simply not get bad status, there are exactly one bad choice each option or so. Alright, our little game. Do you remember who won? I don't even know, but you stood your ground and I respect that. You didn't do anything funny while I was out, did you? The dragon rose from the couch with a nice morning stretch, rubbed his eyes, then held his head high as he let out a grunt and a big yawn. Alright, you know what? I'm sorry, the whole contest thing was a stupid idea and I shouldn't have suggested it, especially not to you. Well, it's not like you forced me to participate, so I suppose I share some of the blame. Let's just pretend the whole thing never happened. Deal. Maybe I'll invite you over some other time and show you that there's more to Chief of Police than getting drunk and passing out. But how are we going to find out who won if we aren't going to have a rematch? Oh, that blush, I haven't seen that one before, that's for sure. I'm sure we'll think of something else that could measure our endurance. Alright, we are going to meet with Anna. We need 2 times with her, and they absolutely need to be the first 2 dates here. What happens if you make everybody mad? You basically get the neutral ending, or if you've already played the game to completion once, you unlock the evil ending. Mariana, yes. This is focusing on Bryce, so we're going to skip through this one at least. Shoot Reza in the face. Yes, I know Doppel hasn't actually played the evil ending, so I'm not going to spoil what actually happens. Do try and keep it spoiler free for Doppel's sake. Unless he wants to know what happened. The production facility, let's just do the skip mode. Yeah, let's not skip ahead. Hey Anna, I saw everything. Will you give me a tour? Apparently I haven't picked that one. I will. Oh, and thanks for the blood, by the way. The results aren't in yet, but I'll let you know when they are. Good, I'm just as curious about the results as you are. No, you aren't. I am way more curiouser than you are. We've done that one. What a lucky coincidence. It'll be my pleasure. Just a coffee. I feel like that we should have said beer. I know her, it's fine. If you say so. Skip ahead some more. Fascinating place. Just ask some questions while it's on the first. Quietly if you prefer. Sorry, I'm just stressed out from all the work. Just waiting you. Oh, I feel like I should have hit cute and spontaneous. Alright, I'll see you in a bit, Dop. No more beer. You want to know? If you are curious, I have done the evil ending in episode 5. I have the normal thumbnail, but it's all red overlaid, so you'll be able to easily find it on my channel. That's what we want, so be it. Alright, that's the one. Tomo Izumi, that's not the one. It would be Zeke. It was just a lucky guess. I think 2. Okay, so I missed one. I didn't even see the question. I couldn't remember if it was take 2 or take 3, whatever. That doesn't count. We're gonna be a sore loser. Don't be so childish. Alright, alright. None of these. Looks like she won. Someone had to. This turned out to be more fun than I expected. Of course, the main reason for that is because I won, but still. So we didn't actually beat Anna, or well, tie her, so my mistake. That is another achievement. I get it. You won. You're great, etc. That is true. So when should I come in for those tests? Actually, I'm not sure if I'll get a spot in the facility anytime soon, but I'll be sure to let you know. I'm quite sure you will. You know, this wasn't so bad after all. Maybe I'll let you have your date. Really? Sure, I mean you didn't win, but I think you earned it nonetheless. Or maybe I'm just that nice. Okay. She wasn't that so nice in Broken Hearts today. Well, it's up to you. Call me if you're interested. I'll let you know. I'm still going to collect my prize, though. I'm sure you'll make use of that. I bet you will. In any case, I should get going now. My break is just about to end. Bye! I feel like that I got the impressed status there. I'm not sure what I expected from this encounter, but it certainly wasn't this. After all, proposing a proper date was my way of sticking it to her for being rude. Even though I lost the bet, it didn't seem... she didn't seem to mind going on a date with me, as long as she got what she wanted. Whether I would follow up on this was up to me, though. Alright, let's just quickly take a look at the status. Good. Okay, so it's only good status, and definitely impressed. Let's not skip ahead. We can just breeze through this, though, real quick. What's the time? Yeah, we've got half an hour. I could skip through Chapter 2 Investigation, and we can get to Chapter 2 Date with Bryce, or I can do the investigation if you would prefer. And so that being said, I will actually even just make a quick save over Chapter 1, because we've got what we need for Chapter 1. We're going to do the investigation, go talk with Bryce, go talk with Anna again, and then for Investigation 3, we should have what we need for the good end trigger. And then just brace 2 more times and we're good. Right, I'm gonna read this real quick while everybody otherwise decides. Do we want to skip ahead to Bryce dates, or do we want to actually see the investigation? Another day, another morning. I awoke from my dreams filled with fire and smoke. The sun shining through the window gave me a comforting feeling of familiarity, despite the portal in the distance reminding me of my purpose here. You didn't see this? Alright. I don't know if Gabriel has seen this. I'm guessing no, so we can absolutely do the investigation here. I looked towards the horizon, my view undisturbed by dividing walls. The light of the morning was painting the sky with golden hues, a view that had become a rarity back home. It evoked a feeling of freedom and openness that was almost scary to me. While I got ready for the day, my thoughts strayed to the people I knew back home. I couldn't help but wonder how they were doing. You've seen it? Alright. But I had greater things to worry about at the moment, like Reza, the murders, and generators. How much danger was I in, really? Hey Bryce, isn't it a little early for a rematch? That's a fantastic reference. I didn't see that before. I'd agree with you, but that's not why I'm here. Today's agenda isn't nearly as exciting or fun. Well, what is it? Just some good old-fashioned police work, and we're counting on your help again. Alright, sure, sign me up. Great! We obtained a list of places Reza visited in the days before he vanished. We'll check those out. maybe find a lead, and you might be able to help us understand his motivations or give us some context to his actions. I can certainly try. I'm sure you'll do a great job. That is reassuring. Are you ready to go? Sure, let's go! There's a couple of places we can check out. Let's see where we should go first. While Bryce focused on his lists, I saw somebody approach out of the corner of my eye. A closer look revealed that it was Sebastian, waving his arms in an attempt to get our attention. As he ran towards us, his face grave. There you are, Chief. I was looking for you. What are you doing here? Don't tell me there's another dead person. Sorry, Chief. There is. Dang. Guess it's going to be one of those days. Yeah, looks that way. Someone else can take care of that today, though. We've got other plans. We'll need to sign off on a few things, at least. I know. We'll go to the crime scene, sign a few forms, and then we're out. When we arrived at the scene, I saw the poor victim next to one of the houses. The obligatory sheet that was draped over him provided a modicum of discretion, but it did nothing to hide the crime that had occurred. Alright, give me the story. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. The wounds match those of the last victim, so a similar, if not identical murder weapon is likely. The victim? Maintenance person for this area, and the electricity is out. The power goes out, maintenance guy shows up and is killed before he can fix the problem. At least, that's my theory. So the power for the whole block is out? That is correct. We should get that fixed as soon as possible. We don't need civilians showing up around here complaining about sitting in the dark. Good point. Bryce's snout wrinkled with distaste as he glanced over Sebastian's shoulder. Dang, not again. What is it? What are you doing here, Maverick? A second victim, huh? This is an official investigation, so you better not cross that police line. Shunned by my own colleagues. This is ridiculous. You know how it is. Rules are rules. And without rules, murders like this one would be allowed to happen and go unpunished. This is Adine, yes. She lives in one of the apartments just in the scenery here. And this is the location for her second chapter. I'll get to that later though, because she does also reference the maintenance guy here, not knowing who it is, and then we say, oh yeah, it was the maintenance guy who was murdered. Murdered? I didn't know that. You know how it is. Rules are rules, and without rules, murders like this one would be allowed to happen and go unpunished. Tch! Have fun without me then. What do you think you wanted here, Chief? Yes, Adine does live here. I guess because it is just the text and the portraits as they are here, you don't know exactly where she lives, but this is the scene in which she does live. In fact, I could do a quick save suit here. And let's just skip. Skip. I'll come back to this. Yeah, so don't want to be recognized, could be anyone, whatever, yada yada. That's all. Get some well-deserved rest. Let's skip ahead. I'll get to that in just a moment. Well, after the investigation. So let's order some lunch. Let's just get to chapter 2, I'll show you how it is. Meet with the Dean again. So here we are. So, let me actually just go back a moment. Here we are, we arrive at the scene. This should be at the right address. This does also chronologically take place after the murder of the maintenance guy. So we go with the investigation, Bryce, Sebastian, Maverick, and everyone. And then this. So she's coming. Oh, it's you. I was expecting someone else. You're a little early. I didn't know how long it would take me to get here, but better early than late, right? And then there's also Amelie. And who might that be? So anyways, that's the Adine Chapter 2, which takes in the exact same place as the investigation. That one's easy, to do his own investigation just like he said he would. I shouldn't be surprised he showed up. This is why he's here. I shouldn't be surprised that he showed up, but I guess we're lucky that we arrived before he did. Yeah, you actually have a point. This is the second murder. The first one, Adine found the flyer. The second murder happened here, where she also happens to actually be living. The third murder actually revolves around Anna, so that's why Anna actually needs to be done for the first 2 chapters here. But it's also that Bryce has to be done the first 2 chapters immediately as well, because the Chapter 3 investigation relies on you having already talked with Bryce and having gotten the blood from Anna. So there's also that Chapter 1 where Anna asks you for your blood when you start up each story. Give her the blood. And then Chapter 2 shall be like, oh hey yeah, I've also got the reports blah 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 ready for you. Here's what it says, and then you'll understand what it is. So you can actually talk with Maverick in Chapter 3. And that's actually a bit of a spoiler coming up. We're lucky that he arrived before he did, I agree. We better check out that power outage now. Of course, I think the door to the maintenance room is right around here. I guess that depends on the spoiler. We have done the bad ending for everyone. We've done the neutral and evil ending. So if it's relating to any of those, then sure. You'd give Adine a 3? Why would you give Adine a 3 on the drama scale? You got your flashlight set. Always, Chief. You should go first then, I don't have my stuff here. Besides, putting on that head mount is such a hassle. And remember, you complain about that every time it comes up. There, that should do the trick. Excuse me. Sorry, I missed the mute button at the wrong time. His trauma conga line. Wow, okay. Yeah, I suppose it... That would be fair. But he only knows about a fraction of that. Yeah, I'd say he only knows a fraction of what's going on. God, I hate stairs, especially those made for smaller dragons like you. Trust me, having it the other way isn't too great either. Let's just skim through this because we are starting to run out of time. I don't mind stairs that much. I can see why your legs have more articulation than mine, especially the knees of us 3. I think Bryce has the worst rate. Bryce can't actually fly down because he doesn't actually have wings. He has armor plating. He's an earth dragon. Dang you and your articulated knees. This kind of reminds me of when we found the underground base, or whatever it was. Remember, Chief? How could I not? It wasn't that long ago. Underground base? Yeah, the portal wasn't the only piece of ancient technology we found. There was also a whole lab near it. Seemed to be some high-tech stuff in there. At least that place didn't have as many stairs. Wait, so you not only found the portal, but a whole facility along with it? Yeah, but we're not too sure how the two are actually related. We spent all that time studying the portal and barely got anywhere with it. This stuff is just beyond what we know. Here we are. You might be thinking of someone else, possibly Lauren. Because, status... Remy has wings. He's basically your standard Western dragon, 4 legs, 2 wings on his back. Anna is very much like a raptor, having... yeah, like a Jurassic Park raptor. Lorem is like a draconian. He's maybe like a halfling draconian of sorts, because he's a midget. He's smaller than me, half my size, maybe 3 foot tall. But he does have wings on his back, he walks on 2 legs, has 2 hands, so he's pretty much a humanoid. Halfling with wings. Bryce is an earth dragon. He is very much like Remy, except he's heavier, armored, no wings. And then there's Adine, who is basically a wyvern. 2 wings, 2 legs, that's it. In fact, let me just save here real quick. We can go to the main menu. So this is not a great example, but there's Remy, you can actually see him with his wings. There's Lorem flying almost horizontal, also Adine, the wyvern, Anna, raptor, and also Sebastian, for another example of Anna. And finally there's Bryce, the earth dragon. Also kind of Katsuharu there, also has an earth dragon. So for more reference, there's Katsuharu, no wings, but furry. That's just for your reference if you're interested. Actually, here is an earth dragon, Emera. So you can see there's no wings, just armor plating. Just for your reference. So back to chapter 2. So what exactly are we looking for? Whatever's causing the power outage. If you don't find the cause, we should at least be able to get the backup running. Looks like the generator is gone. Mystery solved. The sound of creaking metal penetrated the stillness of the room. I looked above towards the source of the noise, as it grew louder, and in the next instant I was pushed sideways and fell to the ground, just barely avoiding the giant light fixture that fell from the ceiling and shattered into countless pieces alongside me. Cabbage, are you alright? The next thing I saw was a hooded figure standing above me, barely visible against the darkness that permeated the room. The figure crouched down next to me, its mask covering right in front of my face. Merely a whisper reached my ears when it spoke. Be careful, Cabbage. Then the figure dashed towards the stairs. Where are you going? That's not me. Don't move. She's going up the stairs. And quick reference, that she part, I believe, only comes up after the first game, because it's just he, she, whatever. But here it's she, because you have a feeling that it's a female. I'm on it. I didn't see that chair coming. I can't see a dang thing in here. Here, Chief. I hate these stupid stairs. They're blocking the way. Just go around me. There's no room. You're as wide as the stairs are. I can't help it. Dang it, we'll never catch him now. By the time we found our way back up, the mysterious figure was nowhere to be found. We've got a long search ahead of us, and with a head start like that, there might be no end to it. We have to take our chances as long as we still can. Except that chance is growing smaller and smaller while we wait for the team to arrive. What even happened down there? Right, Cabbage, tell us everything in as much detail as you can. There wasn't much to it. I heard a noise, I looked up, and a light fixture came down. Then someone pushed me. You mean Reza? And I believe in the next dialogue option, I believe Sebastian is going to say, wait, didn't you say she? Wait, did I? So, I guess so. Don't you mean... what do you mean? Didn't you see him? Whoever it was wearing a mask. Bloody well can't be someone else, so let's not kid ourselves here. I'm just picking these choices for the sake of time, by the way. Wait a minute. When we were down there, didn't you refer to him as she? So there's your reference. Okay, so Raven did say, not so sure of that. Might as well go back. There we are. Not so sure of that. Didn't you see him? Whoever it was wearing a mask. Same thing. Wait a minute, were you down there? Didn't you refer to him as she? Did I? I don't know. Maybe you just heard it wrong. Maybe. Why would he wear that whole getup though? For protection, let's just say that, for them. I'm not so sure about that, but who knows? This whole thing doesn't make any sense. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Your earlier theory about what happened was pretty sound, Sebastian. Let's go with that, and add a bit of the generator being stolen. So now the question is, who has a motive for stealing a generator? Reza. Right. Who else would need to steal a generator when those who live here could either buy or simply request one? Not to mention Reza, who was the one who arranged for a diplomatic trade for the generators in the first place. I can't deny the fact that your generators are pretty important to us, but resorting to murder? We all saw a human figure running away. Why would he have stayed here if he stole it? Why would he remain here if he was the one who stole it? The generator was already gone when we got here, and the person in question wasn't carrying it either. Perhaps this is a case where the criminal has returned to the crime scene. For this kind of crime? I'd say no, but who knows? Maybe our rules just don't apply anymore. What do you mean? No offense, but ever since you two humans arrived, there has been a lot of strange things going on. This place used to be a quiet town. Huge misunderstanding. Honestly, things aren't looking great for him right now. It's still our top priority to find him. But after what we've seen here today, I'm not so sure what will happen when we do. I just don't want to give you any false hope, you know? I see. Maybe we should focus on finding him and point fingers later. Agreed. The police team will be here any minute. You don't have to get involved with the search, but that doesn't mean you can't help us out. What do you want me to do? We still have the list of places we're going to check out, remember? We can't go now, the search takes priority. Of course, we'll still check out those places after we're done here, but if you go on your own, you could speed up the process. You could even find a lead for us, who knows? Sure thing. Great. Here's the list. Considering your status, you shouldn't have any problem in the first place, but if anything happens, call me and I'll check up on you later. Wait a minute, you mean I'm going all by myself? All of us are going to be busy with the search and we can't really afford to spare someone right now. You'll be fine. Aren't you worried I'll do something fishy? I mean, isn't that why Reza and I were assigned police escorts in the first place? The policy was mostly Maverick's fault. And he's out of the picture with my authority as chief. I say you can go alone. I already know where you're going, and besides, I trust you. If you were in cahoots with Reza, you would have run off with him when you had the chance. Good point, except that we were stunned stiff, so we just kind of agree with Bryce. Ah, I see the team approaching. Guess you should get going. Alright, I'll see you later. Good luck. It was a relief to leave the crime scene, considering all that had happened. When I reached into my pocket to take a look at the list, however, I found something unexpected. It was a small piece of paper with the words Tatsu written on it. How did it get there? My earlier encounter with the masked person was the only time today someone was close enough to smuggle something into my pocket. I figured if someone like Bryce tried to do something like that, I definitely would have noticed. As for Tatsu, the only related thing I could think of was Tatsu Park, which I had come across when I went to the police station the other day. Even if the park was the place the mysterious person referred to, I didn't know if it was actually a good idea to visit. The masked person may have saved me from a falling light fixture, but if it was Reza, it would mean following someone who's also the prime suspect of 2 murders. I also had to consider the list of places Reza had been going to: a local grocery store, the production facility we had visited, and the library where the closest places to here. It certainly was going to be a busy day, and I knew I wouldn't have time to visit all of them. Alright, let's see. There's nowhere here that particularly relates to Bryce. So, if you get an option before I roll my dice, because I'm just gonna go through this a little bit. Okay, my dice are saying the library. Okay, we'll go to Tatsu Park. Tatsu Park first and then the library. And how am I doing for time? Yeah, we can do this quickly. Alright, so we can read the sign. This park is dedicated to our Creator, to whom we owe our sentience and existence, as it is our duty to remember this place, honors them every day with its beauty, and grants a place of recreation and contemplation to all of us. Okay, so the park and the library. Alright. We just looked at the sign. We can look at the shrubbery. Yeah, this totally won't look strange or suspicious. Here we go. I found some dirt. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. And I believe that's all you can do looking in the shrubbery, or you just look again. You don't get anything else. Just seems to be dirt. You don't think you'll need more than what you already have. You can also look at the pavilion a number of times, and that'll be important for Lorem. You never know what you'll find around the pavilion. Let's do this. Nothing important here, but at least it provides excellent shade. And we can look at the map. Yes, there are 3 triggers in all in the park. There is the pavilion, which is important for Lorem, and we won't get to that for now. That'll be specifically when we do the Lorem ending. There is North Tatsu Park. You can rest on the bench to get a quick reference to another dragon. Beautiful scenery, that was nice. Just about to get up when you know someone's sitting next to you. Whoa, I didn't see you there. I thought you were a statue or something. Hello? Well, maybe it is a statue, or I just turned invisible. I hope it's not the latter. I don't know who that was exactly, but I do like the reference. You can examine the falling leaves. You don't recognize the tree. To get a secret? If you mean that there's another secret in Tatsu Park, I haven't actually noticed that, but fair enough. I'll take a look later. And open the hatch is literally just in any order. First button, second button, and you have to get this to face left, so counterclockwise. Look down to see the maintenance tunnel and the underground drain system, a pale object starkly contrasted against the pitch black backdrop. It's a cloth with the suspicious red markings all over it. I guess that's all to be found down here. Alright, let's go back. And let's look at the map. We want to go to the political district. I just entered the southern part of the park. I found myself tumbling to the ground when someone suddenly bumped into me. Ouch! Sorry about that. Are you alright? Besides being a little dirtier than before, I think so. I should really look where I'm going. Sometimes I just get lost in my thoughts. Hey, I think you dropped this. Oh, thank you. Ghost stories, huh? Yep. Oh, I should probably go before the bookstore closes. Bye! Bye! There's someone sitting on the bench. Approach the dragon. What a most pleasant surprise to be meeting you here, Cabbage. Do you know who I am? We do, and again, this is just for the interest of time. What brings you here today, Cabbage? Some of the dragons, like the Tramavian and Lucius, I understand are side characters who supported the Kickstarter campaign in development, so they got their original characters in small scenes like what you've already seen. And apparently Lorem and Ipsum actually are the very same type of deal, except that they pitched an obscene amount of money, so they got their whole story arc added in. And what brings you here today, Cabbage? I'm not quite sure of that myself. The park does have an appeal that naturally draws people in. I would know, since I'm partly responsible for creating it. Have you seen the north side yet? If not, you totally should. It's just so pretty this time of year. You created this park? Well, some of it. You see the building behind me? That's where I work. You want to know a secret? The park was built here so I could enjoy going outside on my breaks. Like right now, for example. Speaking of your work, Remy works for you, right? I just met him the other day. Oh, Remy? Quite the little nerd, isn't he? Have you seen his malformed ears? I wanted to laugh every single time I see him. Now, if you want to meet with Emra, we already have. It's important to not say that's very nice. You also specifically have to have at least done Remy's ending, good or bad, once, or it won't even trigger for the next date scenes. But since we have met with Emra, we're gonna say that's not very nice. Might as well. We're not gonna be meeting with Emra. Be that as it may, I just can't help it. Can I ask you a question? You can ask, for sure, but whether I can answer it is another question. What would you like to know? Ask about your visit. What do you think about us visiting your world, you and Reza? Well, I think it is about the most exciting thing that has happened here in the last few years. It certainly has been a nice distraction from the other boring things I have to do at work. How so? Arranging your arrival was partially my responsibility. In fact, I would have been at the portal to welcome you myself if something didn't come up at the last second. Ask about her job. I could, but I think it's overall a very boring affair. It involves a lot of reading and talking and approving or rejecting forms and projects. It has its perks, but in some ways, I'll certainly be happier when my term is over. If you've been minister once, that's something people will remember you for. Even if those times are long past, no one can ever take that away from you again. You mentioned your term ending. How does that work here? We, the ministers, serve our term, and then someone else takes our place. Only one minister changes at a time, though. Technically speaking, any person can become a minister, though there are certain standards and requirements that must be met in order to apply for office. I don't want to bore you with the details, as that would be a long and tedious affair. Tatsu Park. Well, I'm not so sure that there's much to say about it. It just opened recently. I think the initial request was for more open space, like a dedicated place for people to gather and such. If you read the plaque, you would know that the park was dedicated to our so-called creator. I say creator like that because I think the word is a bit of a misnomer, but I suppose people still use it regardless. That's all, for now. I suppose I should be getting to work anyways. Well, thank you for the most pleasant conversation, Cabbage. Alright, so that's all that we can actually do in the park, so let's stop for now. Oh, you're right. That is a thing. We do already agree with Bryce as it is, so... seems that I've missed out on that now. I can go back. That's fine. We'll do that real quick. Guess so. Protection said that. Reza. Why would you have stayed here if you sold it? So you think it's Reza. Sure thing. And let's go to Tatsu Park. I skipped the shrubbery because we're gonna meet with Emira's. No, we can't. We have to meet with Anna, or this next chapter is gonna be screwed. Alright, let's make a save here anyways. We wanted to look at the map. We do just need to go to the Tatsu Avenue so we can open the hatch. Go back, and we'll meet with Emira anyways. Just in case. I haven't noticed. Just get those out of the way, that's all. Go back. Alright. You have a very good point, Raven. Because we can talk with Emira, with Bryce, but at the same time, we have to talk with Anna to actually get the good ending status, and that's what we're here for. And we can't do all three at the same time. So let's stop searching the park. Focus right now is going to be on Emira, but you have a very good point, Raven. So you wanted to visit the library after Tatsu Park. Let's actually go back. This is the library. Now this is unrelated to Bryce. This is Remy and Adine, or both of their stories for that matter. Hey, it's Remy. I already told you it's not here. Who's he talking to, Adine? Won't you help out an old friend? Friend? This is the first time you've spoken to me in years. And whose fault is that? For you, I didn't even exist these last few years. At least I tried to reach out to you. No, you're just here because you want something. I'm right here, right now, and you still continue to act like that. She was my friend too, you know. I think you should leave. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for everything. It's a little late for apologies. Have it your way, then. Adine stormed out so quickly she didn't even notice me. I waited a few moments and wondered if it was a good time to talk to Remy. In the end, I decided my task was too pressing to come back at another time. So I shuffled through the books and tried to look busy until I noticed he resumed his work so I could approach him. Hello, Cabbage. How can I help you? Has Reza been here recently? Reza? He's visited quite often since he arrived. Actually, until a few days ago, that is. Do you know what he was reading? Not particularly. I thought he just wanted to learn about our world. Did you notice anything unusual about him while he was here? Can't say I did, though he did ask me for a map once. A map? Yes, I showed it to him, but none of them seemed to be what he was looking for. Did he talk to you about anything strange while he was here? Besides the maps, nothing else worth mentioning comes to mind, only the usual pleasantries. Alright, so we're not going to bother asking about Adine, or how are you, because that's for Remy, which we already did, and Adine. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. The afternoon sun hung low in the sky, and I decided that it was time to report my findings to the police. A brief call to the department, and I was on my way to an appointment with Sebastian. So it turns out we've seen this before, and no, we're not going to skip. I'm not sure how my findings will help, but at least I have something. Look who we have here. I turned around to see Maverick. His intense gaze confirmed that there was no one else in his words could have been directed at. Even with the civilians passing by in the background, I suddenly felt very alone. What do you want from me? You really do follow the kid? I have followed the kid, yes. Vara. We have done Remy's good ending, so we've done the triggers shown in... I think it was 2, maybe 3 streams ago. And the trigger for that is... you meet with Bryce, so that you see Jean, and then you can meet with Zhang coming up instead of with Emira. And then during the following investigation, you again go to the store to follow Zhang. You follow him here, go to the store here, sorry, in this chapter, and again in the next chapter, investigation. So that when you learned about Vara, you've seen her, you've seen Zhang, you've seen Vera for the third time, I guess, and she just goes out of the store. He says this is unusual even for her, and then you say, hey, wait a minute, this is strange. Maybe I'll catch you later, Zhang, and then you follow after Vera. It's a lot of kind of work in that way, but that's how it works. What do you want from me? Answers. And well, if I don't have any for you, then you will listen. Just tell me one thing. Why? What is your goal in all this? Why even come here? We came here as agreed upon. No, that won't do. That's simply not true. You know it, and I know it. I just don't get why you can't be honest with me, even when you know no one else is listening. You know I can't touch you. If I did, it would be the end of me, at least for as long as I don't have any proof. In the end, what difference does it make if I know? No one else is going to believe me anyways. Do you wish to kill me, too, like Reza? I would never do such a thing. Is that so? Tell me, why would an ambassador need such a dangerous tool in the first place? I know you claim to not have one of these things Reza injured me with, and you didn't even have one when they searched you, but I guess it's way too late for safety precautions at this point. You could have hidden one anywhere. That dang hurt, you know. But even worse than that was getting thrown aside by Bryce. I trust him, but after what happened, he doesn't trust me anymore. Now there's only you, the mythical, the special, the new. How much I wish I could just make him see what I see. I could have saved the world, and with what I did that day, and still it wouldn't matter when no one believes me, just because I don't have any proof. But I won't stop until I find some. And when I do, I'm gonna be a dang hero. And with that, he was gone. On the way to the police station, Maverick's words kept finding their way back to me in my mind. I couldn't decide how to feel about them. I wasn't even sure if it was worth mentioning to the police, since all he did was make vague accusations. It wasn't anything substantial enough to be considered a threat. However, his actions were growing more calculated, and he seemed to be very sure of himself. I wondered what this could amount to. But that wasn't the problem at hand. Smug annoyance. I wouldn't say he was smug, though. He's irritated. He basically assumes and knows we know something. Hey, Cabbage. Hey, Sebastian. I thought I'd meet you at the front desk. What are we doing in Bryce's office? He does have a nice office, doesn't he? The chairs are comfy. Is that the only reason we're here? The dragon gave a brief chuckle. Let's just say that any information pertaining to this case is important enough to warrant some privacy. I see. Will Bryce be here anytime soon? I don't think so. He's still outside, looking for Reza. He's not the kind of person who gives up easily. That sounds like him. That's Bryce for you. Once he's set his mind on something, he sees it through to the end. That's why he's our chief of police. He gets things done. At this rate, it doesn't look like we'll find him today. He could be anywhere. Long gone. Beyond our reach. What do you think? I don't think he's going anywhere. He can't flee to another place. No matter where he goes, he'd be recognized immediately. In the end, his only way out is the same way he got in, the portal. And he can't use that without someone noticing. A very astute observation. I wonder what will happen to our trade agreement now considering Reza's still missing, the murders, and the stolen generator. If Reza really is the murderer then. Don't do that. What? Worry. You don't know what's at stake here. People are dead, Cabbage. Do you think I don't know that? Reza may be our prime suspect, but he's still a missing person. For all we know, he could be a victim. Maybe someone is making him do this. My point is, we don't know the facts yet. What we need to do is find him and find the murderer. find Reza and go from there. We'll figure it out. Might as well say thanks, Sebastian. Anyway, you said that you had some information for us, so what did you find? The bandage you found is something, alright. Of course, it could be anyone's, but why would someone discard theirs in a place like that? It seems suspicious to me, and it's certainly worth checking out. I'll make sure it gets to the right place. The map in the library, I don't know what to think about that. He could have needed a map to plan something, I suppose, but who knows what he really wanted to do with it. It's the kind of detail that, on its own, might not tell us much, but could be crucial later on. Well done, Cabbage. That gives us some solid points from which we can continue our investigation. In any case, thanks for your help. We really do appreciate it. You're welcome. That should be all then. Since Bryce still hasn't come back yet, I assume the search is still going on, and I better get out there to help him. Guess it's going to be a long day. Can you find your way back to the apartment? Of course. Alright, see you later. Good luck. Finally, some free time. Whatever am I going to do? Looks like there are some messages on the answering machine. Okay, we have to listen to this, see what Bryce says. Hey, I was just thinking about the last time. I know we got a little blackout drunk, but I still think it was still thought it was kind of fun. I think you had some fun too, but I also wanted to show you that there's more to me than that. So I was just wondering if you wanted to come over and hang out and relax, you know? We only get to see each other when things are really serious, and I bet it's rough for you with everything that's going on. I figured you might want to get away from that a little. Anyways, if you want to drop by at any time, my door's open, buddy. Oh, he called us buddy. Considering what happened last time, entering the literal dragon's den could either turn out really well, or not so much. That actually has me curious about what would happen if we piss him off in chapter 2 here. Alright, so, I'm gonna call it here though. We can meet with Emra, but we effectively need to meet with Bryce and Anna. And we need to do it in this chapter right now, because there is no other time that we can do this. Which means Emra is not going to be visited right now. We still get the dialogue to agree with Bryce. Yeah, I totally believe Bryce. Emra totally does that, all the same. So at least that part in itself is not a problem. I may be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are my most likely probable dates. I'm not gonna say I will be streaming then, but Angels with Scaly Wings will be next week, Saturday, same time. If anything does change, I mean, it usually is last minute, but I'll let you know in Discord. Speaking of which, the link should be in Discord if anyone is interested in coming and joining the group. We can hang out, chat. It's not my group, but it's a friendly place if you want to chat. Angels with Scaly Wings, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, a lot of stuff. If you're just interested, you can just hang out and chat. So I've saved here, and I'm going to be calling the stream here. We can see you guys again next week, and I hope you're all otherwise having a good day. See you next time!